Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P-Funk, thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. You know me. If you know me, you know I like my girl Maat. I just went through the book of Maat. I just had some other information. I've been studying and doing some stuff. I got some stuff I want to talk about my girl Maat. Bring it to your attention. So let's go. Writism, 25 rules led by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. I give you life lessons. You tune in and receive them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to obtain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission, is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and always to Maat be true. And that's my girl. I was listening to a whole bunch of stuff, and because we're in the age of information, there's no longer hidden, so they just bombard you with just all kind of information. Some of it is ridiculous, but I had to get this out of my way, so let's go. Let's go have some fun. Right thinkers, let's talk about Maat. Was Ra's first creative concept, which is really his other half. And again, I had to listen and pay attention. Let me break it down for you, maybe you can understand. But this is a lesson about Maat and Ra. I ain't going that far, so let's just talk about it. Now, I done heard some crazy mythological stories over the last few days about my favorite goddess, Maat. I just haven't, tune in. Everybody got their views, and they get a little far. They're saying that Maat is the consort for Ra. I know the story. I know that they make their arguments, state their case. Again, I just listen, and some of it makes sense, some of it, Remember, understand this. It's all allegorical, but it's all to teach. So if you're using it for a purpose to teach, that's understandable. But to think that it's real or that, no, it's not. It's not. It's for teaching purposes, symbolical, ritualistic concepts that you can manifest for yourself by practicing it. That's the thing. I practice her principles, philosophy, 42 confessions, Maat, in my daily life for the last 25 years. Okay? My right thinking philosophy is all based on Maat philosophy. I didn't change a thing except the stories about when I'm telling them it's about my life. That's it. Everything else is Maat philosophy. I wanted to let that be clear. I'm a balanced thinker. Remember that guy? Got that from the Greeks. Still ain't proud of that, but I got a lot of knowledge from them guys, and I gave them credit for that. Wow, when I was young, I thought they were the smartest people going. Okay, they had me hook, line, and sinker. I didn't question the color. I didn't even pay attention to none of that. Again, when you're blind by certain things, because you see certain things, you don't see everything that's there. Love, you don't see them warts. Okay, you don't see the good stuff. And everything look good. All right, but that's just the philosophy that I learned a long time ago, how to think. Hence, thinking has always been my thing, starting with that guy. All right, but I'm a balanced thinker thanks to her philosophy. You see me doing this. She represented by scales. I'm an old drug dealer. I lived most of my life, on my scale, balancing out what? The weight of the package against the weight. So again, I know scales. So moving on. It makes a lot of sense. And metaphorically, symbolically, it fits into my lifestyle now because I understand there's something over here. There's over here. 100 pounds of gold don't weigh no more than 100 pounds of shit. Get the concept? That's balance. Now what? They're two opposite, but they still got to balance out. Still 100 pounds to make a difference. All right, philosophically, I hope you got that concept. I don't know how when I went there, but get back to the lesson. All right, yeah, I'm a balanced thinker. Wow. Due to her philosophy, I use both hemispheres of my brain. Males think with one side of the brain, women think with the other side of the brain. My philosophy teaches you to think with both sides, and then you can make a better decision based on what's best for you. If you're a female, you get the male side perspective, you get your perspective. Okay, if the male side perspective may be a little more insensitive, use it. Doesn't mean you're a male. Women, men, because you use the female creative aspect of your brain, don't mean you're female. Come on, man, get a better understanding. That's what my teaches you, balance and understanding. If I got an opinion, you got an opinion, that's balance. That's fair. Now, who's better? Don't make a difference. Everybody have them. Armpits and buttholes, all right? Maat is based on what we stand on is truth. And even ever since she came out the gate representing truth over 10,000 years ago, I'm practicing the philosophy today, still represent that same truth. Ain't changed a bit, that feather ain't wavered. So I love that about that, okay? And what's this? Of the word, okay? Ever since the word, I hold myself, to my Maat philosophy. Practice it, live it, learn it, master it, and hold yourself accountable. Why? It works. It's simple. It's something you can actually live by. The 10 Commandments, you can live by them too. Simple, but you have to put the work in, okay? Maat, again, is created all of creation. She represents the stars, the galaxy, gravity. She represents all the principles that we figured out and learned. She started that out, and the ancients knew that. Einstein, theory of relativity, or your boy Newton, gravity. Maat represents all that. Without her, none of that happens. Why? Because she keeps order in the universe, which is ever expanding still. And she still keeps what? Order. Okay? She's ceaseless. That means she don't stop. I love that. Again, her philosophy gives you understanding that you can stand on and practice and see the benefits of it. That's what I love about it. If you're a Christian, you follow Christian tenets, you see the benefits of it. That's a beautiful thing. Islam, follow tenets is a beautiful thing. Why everybody so hell-bent on what somebody else is doing or not doing? What the hell are you doing? First thing I do is me. So by doing that, I can help you. I ain't here trying to help you and I ain't my stuff together. Well, it shouldn't be. With a lot of that going on too. But moving on. All right, sorry about that. That's why I need this paper here. I need to get back. Once I go, I have to get my classes. I had my girl. She was my keep me in tune. When she said, she'd give me a little nudge. Get back, come back. So I ain't got her now. So I got to keep myself in due bound. All right. Again, Maat is creation itself. And everything is done, what? By order. She represents, Maat represents what? Divine order, justice, truth, and my favorite, reciprocity. Justice and understanding. Reciprocity means two people can feed off of each other and survive. Okay? That's what Maat represents. And what? Coming up with duality, the opposites of two things to make one. Okay? Ra is the idea. She is the manifestation of his idea. Why? Before that, everything was chaotic. Everything was possibility. But the first thing he did was he needed order. That's what Maat represents. That's why it's female aspect. Ooh, I like that. Put that together real smooth. Again, Maat teaches you how to purify one's heart. By what? Righteous actions. And God dwells where? In the heart. So all your intentions, everything that you do, good, bad, or indifferent, runs through the heart. And when you offering up a selfless service, You live a righteous lifestyle daily. You're living right. You're doing right. And guess what? You'll be rewarded for that in God's sight. Hence, all seeing. He see all good deeds as well as bad. Okay? But living right, that's my right thinking philosophy. First of all, thinking right is the key. Thinking right leads to what? Living right. And that's the way to what? Lighten one's heart from what? Wrong actions. As long as you know right from wrong, okay, I know right, I know wrong. I'm going to do what's right. You can do what you want to do. That's called free will. Understand it and remember your actions, your WRIGHT, that's karma, will be in effect for everything you do. There's going to be a reaction. And if your works is good, you will be blessed. I just did a lesson. Anything got good karma. And yeah, blessing. You don't want karma. Why? Karma going to give you what you deserve. And if your actions wasn't worthy of being blessed, Scooby-Doo, roll. Moving on. So the answer to that, no. You counteract that with what? Righteous actions. Wrong actions will not be blessed. No matter what you claim your intent is. If you're doing something for money, knowing it's wrong, Murphy's Law. What could go wrong will go wrong. Why? Because God ain't blessing it. So it's subject to have some problems without God's hand. You know, when people doing good stuff, good things, they just seem to work out. The ego. And we seem to not really understand what this ego thing is. I ain't figured out if y'all really understand. The ego is godless. It's edged God out. It kills us all. God cut him in pieces. He's a destroyer. Even Haru, they got to fight. He gouged his eye out and tore it to pieces. He's a destroyer. He's self-destructive. And if he's in charge of you, you are self-destructive. Evil, jealous, all the negative qualities that you carry, that's what the ego is all about. When you conquer the ego, you get all that stuff out your character. See where I'm going? And the ego is godless. It has no concerns, no concept of what? Doing right. Just what it wants. It don't give a damn about it being right or wrong. It wants what it wants. And every now and then, maybe what it wants is good. So it's going to do that. It's going to do it well. He wants to protect Ra from Apophis. He does that well. Okay? He wanted to be king of Egypt. He didn't do that well. You see where I'm going with that? But again, don't let and we told you about the ego. We give you a perfect breakdown of the ego. How y'all let the ego slip in and laughing at you, making mockery at you? The devil said, I got all these clowns fooled. They don't know nothing. Why? They don't know themselves. So yeah, you're right. 85% of y'all don't have a clue. And they do what? The 10% play you. Moving on. That feeling, and we all have it. Why? Because it's innate. It's in us naturally. That feeling you get right before you do what you know is wrong. You ever had that feeling? If you're a bad person, you don't have that feeling. Every time I went to do and I just learned to like anybody else, I just push it out the way and just push through. But it's always been there, and I never forget the last time I made that decision to sell that kilo of cocaine. That inside me said, don't do it. I mean, said, man, get that money. Don't do it. Get the money. Right? Wrong. Who I listen to? Need I say more? Again, my ego. So yeah, I ended up in prison, did time. That was a decision. And from that point on, whenever that voice speaks, I listen. That was over 40 years ago. Moving on. Okay. But what we had done, the ego. So that feeling you get before you're doing wrong, that's Maat trying to, stop you. Trying to stop you. And when you don't listen, okay, her hands is free now. I tried to stop you. Like me trying to help enlighten an ignorant person who ain't trying to hear it. I tried. So that's what, when you don't hear that little voice, it backs up and says, okay, I did my job. Maat is really what we consider Ra's other half. They say the moon. He shines on the moon, but they say the moon ain't real anyway. But the other half, meaning Ra, the creator, okay? What sustains his creation? Maat. Okay, get the idea? And the creative aspect is always the female, okay? So when he set order, it's from a female perspective. That's why we call my Mother Earth Gaia. I get the concept, but in the metaphysical part, the Earth is male. Why? Because heaven is female, and heaven, women is always on top of the male from that aspect. Like I said, depending which way you want to teach it, which philosophy you want to portray, and that's how you got to do it. That's all. Break it down when they can understand it either way. But this universe that we have is ran by Maat. Okay? Everything, ceaselessness, control, order, principles, stay going. That function won't stop. It's ongoing. I'm going to do a lesson about Ra and night and day, really. Night and day has been the fight since what? He uttered those words, what? Let there be. Once we came out the noon, once Ra came into existence, it's been a battle with him and the prophets. Nice little lesson. And guess what? You got two guys, two badasses, heavyweight battle. It's going to be a fight. It's still going on. Okay? Ain't no winner been declared yet. And but Haru and Set, they had 80 years of their fight. Did you know that? The old Hatfield and McCoys. 8 generations of that nonsense. Okay. Symbolically. All right. The universe is ran by Maat. Everything that's in order is ran because of Maat. Ra put Maat in charge of what? Before he created anything. Why? Of his creation. Because of her principles. For all to recognize. Everything comes through Maat. At Judgment Day, in order for you to get to heaven, you got to go through Maat. You know that? Jesus Christ said, I am the way. No, Maat is the way. Why? You got to go through her. And she's judgment. That's what she represents. And that's what's next level from Ra. Ra walked at one time with his creation. Yeah, the story goes, he walked and he got a little old, so he started to get a little dribble. You know how we get. And remember, Ra, just like life, he starts out young, prime, old age. The cycle went on with, now in real life, he done got old and people start mocking him and laughing at him, pissed him off. So I'm leaving here, I'm going up to hang out with Newt, my daughter, up in heaven. And the only way these ignorant sinners who don't respect me will get to see me from this point on will be in spirit and for eternity if they pass what? Maat's test. Maat, you handle that. That's the power that Maat got from God. And that's the concept. Why? You got the Judgment Day. Asar had to go through Maat. Okay? No exceptions. Dr. Clark, no exceptions. All right? But when Ra walked the earth and he got old and people mocked him, he sent his daughter down to destroy all the sinners. The penalty for sin is death. Ra said, kill all of them who don't respect me. So he had an attitude. All right. Ra left Earth, went to heaven, which knew his daughter again. And the only time you can get to him, you got to pass the feather Maat. Okay, that's our Judgment Day from matter to spirit. We come from spirit to matter. The only way to get back is to practice and live Maat. At Judgment Day, your heart will be questioned, and that's how you get back to spirit. Maat, again, is the only path to Ra, a.k.a. immortality. Why? She's the one that ticket to get there. By living by her rules and principles, 42 confessions is the way to lighten one's heart, to get one's purification, to get one living right. And at time of death, you will be judged by how Maat did you live. That's how important Maat is and was back then. And that served the purpose for them for thousands of years, living in harmony. Maat, like Ra, was created by principles and laws, not birth. Nope. Ra called her into existence, okay? Maat is the female aspect of Ra, the creator of all, included himself. Remember, Amun, hidden, that's the trilogy for the thieves, but with the Anuyan theology, Ra is the all. Ra is all-encompassing. You see the wings, the sun disk, the Uranus, all that represents Ra. The dot and circle, all that's Ra. Okay. Maat, like who? Tahuti, which represents another aspect of Ra, which is the mind. He's Ra's mind. Everybody got a Tahuti, okay? The Greeks got Thoth. They call him Hermes Trismegistus. Romans had Mercury. Yoruba, they got the Igbo tribe, not Igbo, but Yoruba, they got my man, Legba. So all these are twisted guys that between heaven and earth, they between hemispheres, so to speak. That's what Asar represents for the Egyptians. All right, but Mayat is aspect of Ra, control creation. Tahuti is the aspect of Ra's mind, thoughts, the messenger to the people. Everybody got a what? Message from God to the people. That's what thought represents. And then you got Mayat's sister, which is Hathor to the Greeks. She's the one that Ra sent down and said, okay, you got the right to kill every unrighteous person. And it got good to her where she started killing up everybody. She almost destroyed mankind because she went on this killing spree. Ra tricked her, drugged her, showed the first concept of drugs, okay, intoxicated her for 3 days. She woke up forgetting who she was, so she's a different person. Sound familiar? Moving on. It's always symbolism in all these stories. The story is to break down and give you an esoteric lesson and teaching that to give you insight and understanding to what yourself. And Mayat is the way of life that you can practice and live, master, and then in the end of this physical life, be rewarded with what? Afterlife, eternity. Hello. It served them thousands of years that they practiced that. Mayat is what keeps the universe together. Living Mayat philosophy, and you will also what? Live forever. They say you don't die. The spirit don't. It goes back to its maker. All our spirits is divine. The divine spirit, the fate for every divine spirit is to go back home. So your destiny is already pre-planned for you what? Go home. You got to fill in the gaps, okay? Mayat is my favorite goddess, as you know. Why? Because of what she means to me in my life after practicing her philosophy for all these years. I'm all in. Like y'all Christians all in, like the Muslims all in, I'm all in. Same thing, I ain't got a problem. But if what you all in about, is it benefiting you? Is it prospering you? Is it making you a better person? As far as I'm concerned, yeah. If you're a Christian, you feel the same way about that, and Muslim, same thing. Moving on. That's a way of life for me. A philosophy that I practice, not a dogma, not a religious, but a philosophy. And Mayat being my favorite goddess. And the reason why I applied her philosophy to my daily life, and it changed my life for the better. I keep telling you, that's what changed my life, the practicing of Mayat philosophy. And that just put me in a whole different place. Ain't look back. Ain't trying to look back, okay? But I can tell you that's how I did it. If you live and practice and master Mayat, you will be blessed. Who? By her the better half, okay? Ra, God. And you will be granted a place in what we call the afterlife, eternity, immortality, whatever you want to call it, forever. But that's the goal of us in human form, to get to that level and go home. Not to just keep recycling and recycling. Why? Until you learn your life lesson, you can't go home. What's the life lesson? Well, how come you learn? That's self. Moving on. So all that you want, it ain't brain surgery. Okay? And if you're purifying your heart, aka living by Mayat, practicing her philosophy daily, now that means you're living right. And for that, you will be blessed with what? The afterlife. If you didn't live this life right in the temporary time you had, you sure can't be in eternity with that nonsense. Get the concept? And again, my practice of Mayat philosophy, it led civilizations, our ancients, for thousands of years in harmony and prosperity and blessings. Everybody who met them said they were the most spiritual people they ever met. Practicing Mayat and living righteous. They did everything they needed to do, and they worked together in unity. We don't do that in our own household, so how can we do that as a people? Moving on, wrapped it up, taking it in. Appreciate you tuning in again. I just want to get this out the way. I live Mayat philosophy. I love Mayat philosophy. I practice it daily. and have been for a while. And for doing that, I'm blessed daily for the way I live. I gotta make that point known. It ain't got nothing to do with my religion I practice. It got to do with the philosophy that I practice. That's what I'm trying to tell you. No different. And you can do it too. Why? Me being blessed for living what? My best, aka my yacht philosophy. And mine's right thinking philosophy. Same thing, same principles, same results. Why? I'm still being blessed. I call it right thinking philosophy. I practice it. It still get me what? Blessings on a daily basis. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. My point is to get you to practice it for yourself, and you know for yourself. What I'm saying to you is true. I don't come here to lie, magnify, or no. I'm here to give you what you need to do, what to know you. Lesson is ended. I got to go. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus that day. So I never let my right thinkers. And remember, when you practice and master my philosophy, you don't pass away.